Good morning, you guys. I am getting ready to leave for work. I just wanted to finish making sure that my video from last night rendered. That way I can upload my collab video with Jen today. So excited. It's been a pretty crazy morning so far. I had a lot of issues in the bathroom this morning, so I had to text my work and say, hey guys, I'll be there as soon as I can. But now I am finished getting ready and I'm about to head out the door, and I hope this work day goes fast because I have stuff to do later.
Okay, so I apologize for the super weird angle. I'm gonna turn off the air so it doesn't bother you guys. I actually have my camera mounted on my phone jack mount thing right now, so if it looks funny, I apologize. Ooh, that was a bump. Anyway, I want to talk to you guys about something that just came up. It's not something that's new, however, it is something that just found its way into my life this morning, and I just want to talk to you guys about it because it's something that I feel very passionate about. It's also something that bothers me a lot. I'm sure the majority of you guys who watch my videos are probably around the same age as me, maybe a little bit younger, maybe a little bit older. I do know that I have a lot of people in older generations who watch my content as well. Ooh. Sorry, these speed bumps keep making everything go crazy. This morning, let me give a backstory. I was browsing Facebook like I do in the morning, and I happened across one of my older friends' Facebook posts about Hillary Clinton. So the comments on the article that she posted on her Facebook, I'm talking about her Facebook comments, was full of people that were her age who were debating oh yeah, Hillary Clinton seems like the best, but is Bernie really that good? Should Bernie even be qualified? Should he even be qualified for vice president? Like, just people debating Bernie Sanders' involvement in the election. For those of you who don't know, I'm pretty sure I've made it abundantly clear that I am a Bernie supporter. Bernie is just who I personally believe is the best man for the job. A lot of people don't like Bernie Sanders because they think that he is a socialist or a democratic socialist, and they don't think that his policies will work, but that's neither here nor there. What bothers me so much is when people like to make comments about the supporters of Bernie Sanders, and they'll say something along the lines of, oh, well, it's, you know, Bernie has the support of the millennials, and, you know, that's not cool. First of all, millennials, my generation, we are the next generation that will be running this country. In fact, some of us already hold high positions in companies. I have personal friends that have great jobs, and they're considered a millennial. So for these older generations to make comments about, oh, well, the millennials want this. You're right, we do want this because it's our turn, and this is what we want to see, and this is where we want the world to go, because we have witnessed how things don't work. And yes, we support Bernie. For the majority, a lot of us support Bernie because he is making the changes and he wants to do the things that we have wanted to be implemented for a very long time. So that's my first issue. Second issue, when people call the Millennial Generation entitled and lazy, that infuriates me to my ultimate core. I don't think there's any, like, thinking off the top of my head, there's no other insult that can actually infuriate me more than that. Call me ugly, fine. Call me a brat. Tell me I'm a bitch. I don't care. But when you insult me and my generation by saying that we're entitled and lazy, when you don't even know what it's like I can't. It's just so ignorant, so naive. You just don't even understand. The best part about it all is that the older generations don't even realize that they are who has caused the issues for my generation. So let me give you guys an example. My parents, out of high school, immediately had jobs. My mom was working at a bank out of high school. And my dad was working at, and I'm talking about my biological father, he was working at a car sales lot. Like, he was selling cars in a car lot. So they had jobs outside of school. Like, it was not a necessity for them to really go to college at that point unless they wanted a high profile job, like a doctor or, you know, some sort of physician, like, or a lawyer. Back in the day, it was very, very easy to get out of school and immediately have a stable job. My parents, before I was born, they had a house already. My mom got pregnant with me at 19, had me at 20. At 20, I remember turning 19 and then turning 20 and thinking, how would I ever be able to afford to have a house or a family or a child? Like, how? It's not sustainable anymore. It's not. And it's because of generations prior to mine who aren't retiring like they used to. Inflation is another huge, huge problem. There are so many people who are out of work, and yet older generations want to try to look at the millennial generation and say, well, you're lazy and entitled. You should just take any job. Newsflash, there aren't very many jobs out there. And I think that's the problem, because they were just it was so easy for them to get a job, and they can't understand that now it's not easy, and there's so many requirements, like college is a thing. And by the way, I have a college degree and I'm not even using it. Like, there's no it frustrates me to the core to think that people will just lump all of us in one and say, oh, you're entitled. Oh, you're lazy. I'm not entitled and I'm not lazy. And my parents raised me to be self-sustainable. My dad, and I'm talking about not my bio dad now, my stepdad, but I call him my dad because he is my dad. My dad raised me to be independent. Like, everything that he taught me and everything that my mother taught me growing up was so that I could live the life that I live right now. So that I knew that this is the limit. I can't go above this limit. I have to stay within my means. And if I don't stay within my means, then I have to do something about it and get another job. There was a point in my life where I was working 3 jobs just to be able to live the lifestyle that I wanted and pay my bills and go to school. And so it frustrates me that people want to turn around and say that I'm lazy and entitled. Listen, I don't want to hear that shit. I don't. It makes me so furious when people want to turn around, older people want to turn around and say that I'm lazy and entitled. You don't know my life. You don't know what I'm working towards. You don't know my work ethic. You don't know how hard it is to survive out here. Do you know that rent payments are like higher than owning a house? That's something that is just outrageous to me, because you would think that renting would be cheaper than buying, and that's why most people do it. No, renting is more expensive. If I tried to buy a house right now, my mortgage payment would be basically cut in half of what I'm paying right now for rent. But the problem is that I went to college, I have no savings, jobs don't want to pay you very much. They want to pay you for your work, but they don't want to pay you enough to live. And that's another problem, because minimum wage is shit. And yes, I don't make minimum wage, I make salary at my job, but even so, it's still not enough to sustain myself, which is why I do my crafting on the side, because that is supplemental income to my lifestyle. So people don't realize that it's a huge problem. And again, with the whole buying a house versus renting, something else to consider. Most times when you're buying a house, you have to put some sort of down payment, like 20%. I don't have $50,000 saved up. I don't even have $5,000 saved up. Like, how do they expect us to how? It's not the same, and that's the biggest problem. I think older generations don't realize that times have changed drastically. It's not the 1950s, 60s, 70s, 80s anymore, even the 90s anymore, when it was much more convenient to find work outside of school. It was much more convenient to buy a home. It was much more convenient to make a decent living because there wasn't as much inflation, and that's the problem. Minimum wage has not kept up with inflation. So for people to say you're lazy, you're not working hard enough, you're entitled, you're not doing what you should be doing, I say a big F you, because I don't want to curse on my channel, but seriously, if you could think like that, get out of here. I don't want you around. Oh my God, it is 9:30 in the morning and I am just like livid. I need to calm down. Okay. Let me just wrap this all up by saying, if you are an older generation and you feel this way, talk to someone. Talk to a millennial. Talk to me, message me, let me tell you my life story, and you can tell me if I'm lazy and entitled. I think it's so wrong and so ill-informed and so naive and just ignorant to lump every millennial in one category and say you're all lazy and entitled. You would think that people would realize that not everyone in one group is the same. Kind of like religion too. Not all Christians are crazy people, because I know some crazy people that are Christians and they like do everything in the name of their God. But I also know Christians who are amazingly good people, and they treat others with respect, and they live their life trying to make the place, the earth, a better place to live. I'm not going to sit here and say that there aren't some millennials out there who maybe are lazy and entitled, but I'm not one of them, and I don't associate with people like that. So everyone in my life who is considered a millennial works hard and tries to better themselves and the earth and the lives of people that they surround themselves. And so it's so offensive when people make lumped in comments like that. So maybe educate yourself a little bit more if you're an older generation and you really think this way. Maybe reach out to people, educate yourselves. Read some articles about millennials who are creating their own businesses and working really hard to better their lives and better the lives of others. I mean, I don't know what else to say, honestly. I work hard. I'm running my own business. I work a 9 to 6 salary job. I also do YouTube because I want that to be sustainable for me in the future. Like, there are so many things that I am working towards. Like, I talk to my grandparents every single day of my life. Every day of my life. They ask me consistently, how's YouTube going? And they support my videos. They watch my videos. How's your crafting going? How's selling your artwork and your jewelry? How is that going? How is work going? And every time that I give them an answer, every day, the same words out of my grandma's mouth every day. You work so hard. I don't know how you do it. I do. I work so hard because I want to be able to say one day that I'm working for myself. I want to be able to say one day that I have built something for myself that's sustainable. Like, that's what I want. I don't want to be working for someone else my whole life. I want to be working for myself. I want to be working smart. I want to be working the way that I know that I can. It's frustrating, you know? And yeah, I have dreams where I want to be an actress and I want to be in TV and movies and I want to work on sets, whether it's behind a camera or in front of a camera. Like, these are things I want to do. And I don't think it's so far-fetched because I feel like the goals that I have with YouTube and with selling stuff, that all leads me down a path that one day that could be a reality for me. And I'm not going to give up on my dreams. So me having dreams and wanting to pursue those dreams, that doesn't make me lazy and entitled. That makes me a hard worker. That makes me a girl boss. That makes me want to strive and work hard. And then one day look back and be like, I worked hard for this. I deserve this. This was created by me. I built my success. And that is my biggest qualm, that people don't realize, like, how hard someone can be working. Like, okay, for instance, I get comments on YouTube all the time and they talk about this YouTube money and how I don't understand what it is to work because I'm making money off YouTube. All right, that's just someone, again, being ignorant and naive. They don't understand. So more than half the time, I'll try to respond very kindly and explain to them that they are extremely wrong. I don't know what this YouTube money is. I don't make money off YouTube. Maybe I see a paycheck every couple of months. It's never enough to go to the grocery store. So when someone automatically assumes that I don't have work ethic because I'm on YouTube and I must be making YouTube money, that also makes me angry. Because I work so hard, you guys. I work so hard. Sometimes I get really emotional about it too. Like, I'm trying not to get emotional now, but like, I work all of the time. Like, Monday through Friday, I'm going to work at 9 a.m. and I get out of work at 6 p.m. And by the time I get home, because of traffic, it's usually close to 7. And then I go home and what do? I make dinner, I play with my dog and I feed her and I take her out. But then I'm right back on the grind. I'll spend some time cleaning my house because it's my home and I want it to be in order. And then immediately it's editing videos or filming videos or working on crafts or organizing stuff or checking my bills and seeing how am I going to budget and balance this month, because I have a lot of bills, you guys, and it's hard. Like, I literally have to delegate every paycheck that I get and make sure, like, it's budgeting. It's difficult. It's not easy to survive in this world that we live in now. Whereas it might have been easier before, it is not easy anymore. It is not. I'm 27 years old. I'm going to be 28 in, wait, is it a month from today? I'm going to be 28 in less than a month. I'm not married. I don't have kids. I have a career, but it's not something that I consider sustainable my whole life. Like, there is so much more in this life, and I don't want to spend it. I don't want to spend my whole life working for someone else. I'm fine doing it for right now. But the whole goal is to eventually be working for myself. And it's frustrating when people don't realize how hard you work. Like, I don't have downtime. There are some days that maybe I come home and I am so tired that I literally just crash. I go to sleep because I work so hard that I don't sleep. I don't know. I just wish that people were a little bit more understanding. It's so frustrating to me. I hope that you guys can understand where I'm coming from, and I apologize for being so ranty for most of the morning, but it's so frustrating. Like, it's so frustrating. I don't know. To tell you guys something funny. I'm running really quickly on my break to a corner store to go get a Red Bull because today is nuts. So today has been insane at work. I don't know what it is, but every phone call that's come through to us has just been someone either like insane with like a weird request. I think after like the third or fourth time talking to one person about their issue. So after talking to the same person over and over and over and over, I asked one of my coworkers, I'm like, is Mercury in retrograde or something? Because I don't understand. Like, it's like everyone who's calling today is insane. And he goes, actually, yeah, Mercury is in retrograde. Fantastic. That's awesome. So yeah, today has been insane. I hate all of it, and I can't wait to go home. Got my Red Bull. I'm so excited. They were on sale. Like, it was 2 for $4 or something, so I was like, well, I'll get one for tomorrow. That's fine. Because I won't want to leave my house for energy at some point in the morning, so I figured it's fine. I'll just get a Red Bull now, and then I don't have to worry about it tomorrow. Also, I thought it was interesting how, like, completely, utterly clear the sky is. Like, there's literally not a single cloud up here. Hold on, let me get away from these power lines. Look at that. It's like not a cloud in the sky. So blue. Oh my God, you guys, my car is so dirty. I just got in it and I didn't realize, like, I knew how dirty it was on the outside, but it is so messy on the inside. Like, it's really messy in the back seat. And then check this out. Sama, if you're watching, look at this empty bag and this coffee. Urgh. Anyway, I have to clean out my car. It's bad. Also, my camera battery is about to die, so I'm hoping that I can make it home. Well, obviously I'll make it home because it's not like my car. Why am I dumb sometimes? I'll just change out my battery when I get home. But yeah, look at what I'm taking home with me. This is all like a plethora of the plasticware, like storage containers that I've just had at work forever. So, and then my cereal and stuff because I don't want it to go bad over the weekend. So here we go. It's the weekend. As you can see, we're super tuckered out, so we're gonna go to sleep. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Good night.